Alright, what's up, guys? Yes, I am trying to revive this channel, and it's all thanks to some comment from that interview I did with Damn Right, You Got Knives, I think it's called. Yeah, I saw that comment. Somebody said, like, hey, can you please, like, post on YouTube again? And I was like, ah, shit. I should, because I did not enjoy making any of these YouTube videos, let me be totally honest with you, and that's kind of why I stopped. That, and also because I felt like I kind of did tutorials for everything that I wanted to do at the time, and so I was like, why even post again? Now I got some more tutorials that I could work on. I think I could also. I'm thinking of like other ideas. Like towards the end of when I started to get off, I was doing these like in the mind of like myself, like what I was thinking when I was creating some content. So I might do that again too. I kind of like that idea. That was not as like annoying to do as the tutorials. Tutorials are pretty annoying because of the whole fucking editing process. Like 10-minute videos versus a 40-second Instagram post, totally different. And I did not enjoy the YouTube videos. But I might crank out some of those too. Some tutorials, some of those inside my mind type shit. And then another thing that I think I want to do today is I just want to kind of tell a story from before, like a while ago, when I was still trying to develop my style and kind of in the early years of my flipping journey, I guess you fucking call it. Because I've seen like a lot of people, a lot of especially like new people will comment like how many times you've been cut, how long you've been flipping and shit like that. And I think they just don't know what questions to ask. They're actually more interested in what they're really asking is like, how did you get where you are? And so I think an entertaining way to kind of offer that to some people, or if you're already an experienced like veteran flipper, it might just be interesting to hear another person's story. So I'll do some of those, and I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to tell you guys a story. All right, so this story goes back about 3 years. It was my second year in grad school. I just moved into. I was in the same apartment building, but I moved into a different unit. I think on like the sixth floor. And you guys know my style involves a lot of aerials, so there isn't much like I can't just set up like a I don't know, like a 2 meter square of like cushion and then be good to for drops. Like I need like I don't even know. Right now I got like this looks like it's about 5 meters by like maybe 2 or 3. That's my space, and this that works. So now 3 years later, I kind of know how to set up my spot so that uh, the people under me don't hear my drops and shit. But before I didn't really know. I didn't even care. I didn't get noise complaints before because I've been in apartments flipping for probably like 2 years, and I never got noise complaints. It's either because the neighbors under me just were they just like were not trying to deal with it, or they didn't hear it in some possible way. But I never got noise complaints before, so I was not prepared for this. Uh, and this is also back when I was like really just getting into my aerials. So before I always knew I had the idea like, okay, this is how I want my style to go. Like progress, I want it to go towards these types of aerial chains, but I was still kind of working on chaining them together. Like I was still probably I just learned the Halo like a half a year ago, maybe a year ago. So there were so many like power aerials I still needed to learn to even do a chain of aerials. So I was new to all this shit, and my brother had moved in with me. He wasn't there, so yeah, it had to be my second year in my master's program because he wasn't there for my first one. And so he was in the apartment with me, and I was filming a video or something like that. And this was probably first or second week of us being in this apartment. We get a knock on the door, and I stop filming. I go to the door. My brother answers the door. He opens up the door, and there's this woman at the door, and she's like, "Hey, I see you guys. Like, there's boxes in the background because obviously we just moved in." She's like, "Hey, it looks like maybe you guys are moving in, but I'm hearing this like loud banging below me." Oh, damn! Now I'm feeling like an asshole just telling the story. So, and my brother's like, "No, we're not moving in right now. I don't know what that sound is." And she's like, "Yeah, okay, well, I'm definitely hearing like, it sounds kind of like a banging." And my brother's like, because I guess he didn't really pay attention, so he didn't notice that I was filming. I knew it immediately. I was like, oh shit, she hears the drops. But I'm not trying to, like, I'm thinking like, okay, if I admit that, then how am I supposed to film? You know. And I also know with my like fucking criminal mastermind brain, if I don't admit it, then she's got like no evidence. Like, who the fuck's gonna assume, put it together? Like, oh, you're flipping a fucking knife in there. Like, I know what you're doing. So I was like, if I don't say anything, like, she's not gonna have any clue what's happening. So there's nothing that she's gonna be able to do to like to stop me, basically. Um, and so I was just sitting there like totally quiet. My brother's just like, yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah. So my name is blah blah blah, and this is Evan. If you hear it again, just let us know, and we'll try to help you. And then she's like totally confused. I could see she's kind of pissed. And then my brother just goes, "All right, see ya," and closes the door. And afterwards, like, I'm kind of laughing, and I tell him like, "Dude, she definitely just heard me dropping the fucking knife." And he like finally realizes that he was just an accomplice to my like dastardly crime. And so that was it for that day, but it definitely didn't end there. Because what she started doing was she started making noise complaints to the leasing office, and it didn't really work because they don't know. I'm surprised that they didn't check like my social media or something, because they might have been able to find me that way. But they had no fucking clue what the noise was. Leasing office didn't know what the noise was, and I wasn't gonna rat on myself. Like, I'm not gonna fucking tell them, yeah, sorry, I'm dropping a knife in my apartment. So they can take some kind of recourse there. I didn't admit shit, and then she can't prove anything. So I just kind of said like, oh yeah, I don't know what the noise is. Pretty much every time I said maybe I dropped something like once or twice, but she probably heard me dropping my knife for like 15 minutes straight over the course of a recording session. But I mean, I wasn't gonna, I'm not gonna stop fucking filming. It's like my passion. So, and I got no other option. So, you gotta crack a couple eggs to make a fucking omelet. I'm sorry to say it. And so I didn't say shit the entire time, every noise complaint. It got to the point where she literally sent an audio file to the leasing office, and they emailed it to me like, hey, do you know what this noise is? And this lady must have been standing on a goddamn chair or like the table or something, just with her phone to the ceiling, because she got the audio of me dropping, so it sounded so loud. I can't even tell you. I was like, it actually was kind of eye opening to me. Like, damn, I didn't know that it was like that, because it was like louder than how it sounds from like when I'm in the room. So that was kind of funny to see. It's kind of fucked up I didn't have any other options. So I don't know what to say. Yeah, that's basically what happened. That was kind of like the grand finale, was that audio file, because after that she gave up with the noise complaints in the leasing office. The other thing was like the leasing agent that kept contacting me didn't give a fuck. She was like my age, just trying to like do her job, and then I guess like go home. She did not care enough to take any recourse. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole story. Probably makes me look like a little bit of an asshole, but I hope that it was kind of funny to listen to. At the end of the day, I mean, I didn't film at like 2 a.m. or anything crazy. It was probably just a little bit annoying to listen to for like 30 minutes once a week. So I hope it wasn't that big a deal. But the reason why I picked this story is for like anybody who's new or anything like that. Is kind of to just show, like, if you really, really like flipping and you're really trying to get good at flipping, like you care that much, nothing's really gonna stop you. Like, I'm not like, I didn't like inconveniencing that lady. I didn't like having to deal with the noise complaints and, I don't know, potentially having something happen, like being kicked out of the apartment or some shit. But I was willing to risk all that to get better at flipping and to just keep flipping. Like, nothing was gonna stop me from developing my style and keeping up with the hobby, basically. I wasn't gonna just be like, because the other option was, okay, stop flipping for as long as you're in this apartment, which could be like over a year, and by then, what the fuck, like, how much progress could I have made in that time? So that's the main point of the story, beyond whatever entertainment you got out of listening to it. It's just like, if you're really trying to get good at flipping, just having a cheap Balisong, not having enough money for a good one, uh, it be just not having a lot of time to flip, being in like a really inconvenient living situation like I was, doesn't fucking matter. If you're trying to get good, it's just don't let anything get in your way. That's it for this video. Um, yeah, you guys might have noticed one. I'm trying to be like a little bit more casual in how I record these videos, because before I'd like fucking plan everything out. I'd do like a full on outline for what I wanted to talk about for the video, and I think that made it a little bit more of a grind, and that's one of the reasons why it wasn't enjoyable to make videos before. So I'm gonna do a little bit more rambling, like I did in this video. Uh, Also, if you noticed, I'm probably cursing a lot more, and that's just how I naturally talk. So I think doing that, making it more casual in that way, is going to help me keep up with these videos a little bit more often and get them out faster. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know in these comments if you liked this type of video, and I think I got like maybe two more stories that I can think of, and maybe I can dredge up some others. But yeah, give me some feedback if you want, and that would definitely help me figure out what I'm going to do next. Yeah. All right. See you guys.